A review of today's Parliament proceedings read by Abhineet Shukla. First, from the Lok Sabha. Writer is Sagar Kulkarni of PTI. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today affirmed in the Lok Sabha that no leader of any country asked India to stop Operation Sindoor, but lamented that while the nation got support from the entire world, the Congress and its allies could not stand behind the valor of the nation's soldiers. Responding to the two-day debate on the Pahalgam attack and Operation Sindoor in the Lok Sabha, he said no country in the world stopped India from taking action in its defense against terrorism. The comments made by the Prime Minister come amid repetitive questions by the opposition about why US President Donald Trump made the announcement of ceasefire between India and Pakistan. Mr. Modi told the House that on May 9th night, US Vice President J.D. Vance tried to reach out to me 3 to 4 times, but I was busy with meetings with the armed forces. He said when he returned the call, the US Vice President warned him of a big attack from Pakistan. Prime Minister Modi said he told him that if Pakistan attacks India, our attack would be much bigger, as we will respond to bullets with cannons. The Prime Minister said Pakistani air bases hit by India are still in ICU and the masterminds of the April 22nd terror attack are still having sleepless nights. He said no country in the world has stopped India from any action in its defense against terrorism. Only 3 countries spoke in favor of Pakistan at the UN. The Prime Minister noted that India called out Pakistan's nuclear bluff and showed the world that we will not bow down to nuclear blackmail. He said that our operations range from Sindoor to Sindhu, that is Indus Waters Treaty. Pakistan knows they have to pay a huge price for any misadventure. Terror attacks were launched earlier and the masterminds of attacks knew nothing would happen, but now they know India will come for them. PM Modi said drones and missiles made in India exposed the capabilities of Pakistani arms and ammunition during the military operation. Indian armed forces destroyed terror sites deep inside Pakistan within 22 minutes to avenge the April 22nd Pahalgam attack, he said. Mr. Modi noted that Pakistan had some inkling of Indian action and had started issuing nuclear threats, but could do nothing when terror targets were hit. He said, Congress and its allies have unfortunately become spokespersons of Pakistani propaganda. India is becoming self-reliant, but Congress is now dependent on Pakistan for issues. Entire countries are amazed to see Congress give a clean chit to Pakistan and sing the same tune as theirs. Pahalgam attack was a conspiracy to instigate riots in India, and the country's unity foiled that attempt. When I speak of this parliament session being a Vijayotsav, that is celebration of victory, it is of destroying the headquarters of terror, he said. We have complete trust in the capabilities of our armed forces, and they were given a free hand to respond. The armed forces taught them such a lesson that the masters of terrorism are still losing their sleep over it, he added. Earlier participating in the discussion, Home Minister Amit Shah announced in the House that security forces had yesterday eliminated 3 terrorists who had carried out the Pahalgam attack. Mr. Shah said 3 terrorists, Suleiman alias Faisal, Afghani and Gibran, were killed in a joint operation by the Army, CRPF and Jammu and Kashmir Police near Srinagar in an operation dubbed Mahadev. The Home Minister also attacked the opposition party for giving a clean chit to Pakistan for the Pahalgam attack. He said that the Congress opposed partition. The problem of terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir would never have occurred. Mr. Shah was referring to former Home Minister P. Chidambaram's recent remarks that those behind the Pahalgam massacre could be homegrown terrorists. Shah said the identity of the terrorists was confirmed by those detained for sheltering and providing them with food ahead of the Pahalgam attack. The empty cartridges found at Pahalgam and those after-test firing by the guns recovered from the terrorists were matched by the forensic lab, Shah said. The Home Minister said 6 forensic experts confirmed this morning that these were the same bullets which were used in the Pahalgam attack. The Home Minister said security forces had recovered Pakistani voter IDs of 2 of the killed terrorists, as well as chocolates made in Pakistan and the weapons. Terrorists are now being sent from Pakistan to Jammu and Kashmir as there are no local terrorists in Kashmir, Mr. Shah said. He described Pakistan as the root of all terrorism. Pakistan was a mistake committed by the Congress, the Home Minister said, adding that had the Congress rejected the partition, there would have been no Pakistan. Referring to P. Chidambaram's statement, the Home Minister said, a former Home Minister from Congress was trying to give Pakistan a clean chit by suggesting that the terrorists were not Pakistani. Mr. Shah said, Between 2005 and 2011, there were 27 terrorist attacks, but what did the Congress government do? They just sent dossiers to Pakistan. He said the situation in Jammu and Kashmir had improved under the Modi government and shared statistics in this regard. Shah said the Prevention of Terrorism Act, that is POTA, was scrapped by the Manmohan Singh government in its first cabinet meeting after coming to power in 2004. The country deserved to know who benefited from Congress repealing POTA, Shah said. Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadda said leadership is not just about taking credit but also taking responsibility, and claimed that US President Donald Trump announcing the ceasefire between India and Pakistan reflects the PM's irresponsibility. She said the announcement of the decision was done by the US President. Vadda asked whether it was not the responsibility of the PM, the Home Minister, the Defence Minister and the National Security Advisor to ensure people's security. The Congress leader questioned why there was no security deployed at Baisaran Valley, where 26 tourists were killed on April 22nd. DMK member Kanimodi targeted Prime Minister Narendra Modi over the Pahalgam attack. She claimed that the Vishwaguru failed the people of his own country. She thanked the government for choosing opposition MPs as members of delegations for Operation Sindoor's global outreach, but asserted that some opportunities are not to be celebrated but mourned. She said for the first time the BJP has shown some confidence in the opposition and sent them out as leaders or part of delegations to represent the country. Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav asked the government to fix responsibility for the intelligence failure that led to the Pahalgam terror attack. Yadav also raised questions on India ending the conflict with Pakistan abruptly. He questioned whether the ceasefire was announced under pressure. Yadav alleged that the government's policies were inadvertently helping China's commercial interests while undermining India's sovereignty. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju intervened in the debate and said China has not intruded even an inch into Indian territory nor occupied any additional land in Arunachal Pradesh since the 1962 war. Rijiju was countering Akhilesh Yadav's claim on Chinese encroachments in Arunachal Pradesh. The minister said it was important to correct the record. Rijiju said the area China currently holds in Arunachal was already under its control either before or during the 1962 war. Leader of the opposition Rahul Gandhi said the Pahalgam attack was a brutal attack organized and orchestrated clearly by Pakistani state. Gandhi said even before Operation Sindoor began, the opposition committed itself that they will stand like a rock with the government. Gandhi said if the government wanted to use Indian armed forces, there should be 100% political will. He said the government must give them full freedom of operation to the armed forces. Gandhi said the political leadership had tied the hands of its armed forces and sent them to the battlefield. And now, a review of proceedings in the Rajya Sabha. Writer is Sanjeev Chopra of PTI. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today said in the Rajya Sabha that India is ready to help Pakistan if it cannot take action against terrorism on its soil, asserting that Indian forces are capable of fighting terror on the other side of the border as well. Initiating a special discussion on Operation Sindoor in the House, Singh said 3 terrorists involved in the Pahalgam attack have been eliminated by Indian forces in a joint operation in Kashmir. He also said that Operation Sindoor, which is India's response to the Pahalgam attack, has been halted and can be resumed anytime if Pakistan indulges in terror activities in India anytime again. The Defence Minister stressed that no religious, ideological or political reason can justify terrorism. The minister claimed that post-Pahalgam attack, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a meeting with the service chiefs and gave them free hand to use their wisdom, strategic understanding and regional security situation to decide on the response. Singh said Pakistan's Director General of Military Operations DGMO urged India to stop the hostilities and India accepted it on the condition that the operation would be paused and not terminated. While expressing surprise over questions raised by some opposition leaders over getting back Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, Singh said, "I'm surprised at this demand because when they were in power, they did just the opposite." He said it has always been the stand of the Bharatiya Janata Party that the day is not far when the people of POK will have the privilege of becoming a part of the Indian governance system. The Defence Minister claimed that the armed forces achieved the goals set under the operation. The minister also appealed to the international community to stop funding Pakistan, saying a major portion of that goes into funding terror activities. He also slammed the United Nations over Pakistan's appointment to the key counter-terrorism committee. Launching the opposition offensive, leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha and Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge said, Home Minister Amit Shah must take responsibility for the security lapse that led to the Pahalgam terror attack. He demanded that accountability be fixed and whosoever is responsible should quit. Participating in the discussion, he attacked the government, citing Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha's statement admitting to the security lapses that led to the attack. Kharge also questioned the silence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi on US President Donald Trump's repeated claims of mediation and brokering a ceasefire with Pakistan and asked whether India had accepted third-party mediation with Pakistan. The leader of opposition asked the government why India accepted a ceasefire even when Pakistan was on the back foot and what were the terms of the ceasefire. The Congress president asked whether the operation against Pakistan was halted on the threat of trade as claimed by Trump repeatedly. He asked when the accountability will be fixed. Kharge also questioned how terrorists were able to carry out the Pahalgam attack after entering India and cited the claims of the government that terrorist infrastructure has been crippled in the country. He claimed that the government failed to take adequate steps to protect Indians living along border from Pakistan shelling during Operation Sindoor. Kharge said the government should find and eradicate remaining terrorists behind Pahalgam attack. Demanding accountability, the leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha said the government should admit its lapses and failure in stopping terror attacks. Kharge also questioned why Prime Minister Narendra Modi was silent on US President Donald Trump's claims on ceasefire and downed fighter jets. Soon after Kharge ended his over 1 hour speech, leader of the House JP Nadda rose to demand that certain remarks made by Kharge against the Prime Minister be expunged. The House witnessed heated exchanges between the opposition and Treasury benches after Nadda made some remarks against Kharge, which he later withdrew and apologized. Nadda said, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the most popular leader in the world and not just the BJP takes pride in it, the entire nation does. He further said that Kharge has not taken care of the Prime Minister's stature and made the remarks which were objectionable. Kharge has long experience. The choice of words used during his speech did not reflect his stature. The kind of words used by him were below his stature. Therefore, these words should be expunged. Trinamool Congress MP Sagarika Ghosh launched a fierce attack on the centre over the Pahalgam incident as she questioned the government's accountability and border security measures. Ghosh questioned the government's diplomatic approach, particularly India's participation in cricket matches with Pakistan despite tensions. The Trinamool Congress MP criticized Prime Minister Narendra Modi for not visiting the affected border villages. DMK MP Tiruchi Siva criticized the Prime Minister for his absence from Parliament during the debate on Operation Sindoor and questioned his commitment to parliamentary democracy. While acknowledging that Modi is a global leader and that the BJP considers him a glory to the country and the world, the Tamil Nadu MP pressed for the PM's physical presence in the parliament. AAP MP Sanjay Singh attacked the government over Pahalgam terror attack and questioned the lack of security at Baisaran Valley. Sanjay Kumar Jha from JDU, Harshvardhan Shringla nominated M. Thambidurai from the AIADMK, A.D. Singh from the RJD also participated in the discussion. Discussion was continuing when the reports last came in. And that's all in today's Parliament Review.